Okay, so when you look at the draft, what are your thoughts immediately? What starts going through your mind?
Let's see. We had Valor GP.
You always start with mid jungle, okay? Start with mid jungle. Who has prio mid, and who wins the jungle duel, and then who wins the 2v2 mid jungle. Start with that.
Going to jungle. Mid jungle. I want to say our side has a better 2v2 if they can get out of the Val Pass and just burst them instantly. That's the only thing
Sure.
I can think of.
Well, or the Gwen, yeah. So you have to be really quick about this. There's no like right or wrong answer. Just whatever you think, and then whatever you think, you play towards that, and then you'll fix it if you lose, and you're like, oh, I'm wrong. They actually lose 2v2, unless it's like so blatant, like a fuck up, like your mechanical play last game.
Yeah.
They do the same thing and they lose. It's not like a conclusive thing. But yeah, so you have winning mid jungle, but you lose mid prio, but you win the fight. So now you know that if you join the mid hover, you're always gonna win because your 2v2 is winning. Plus, you're adding support. You're always gonna win the 3v3 or 3v2. Okay. So now your goal becomes, how do I, because enemy has mid prio because he clears faster, how can I aid Silas to forcing Vel'Koz away from the wave? Because if he's shoving, I can deny him minions or I can kill him. So now your priority is early mid roam, like level 2. You want to test that out, okay? So like fast crash bot, if you can. So you get Nautilus Jinx with Ashe, you should be able to fast crash bot, okay?
Okay.
So you want to play aggro bot early on the wave. So push priority into mid gank. That's your objective this game. Okay, I'm gonna mute now and focus up. I'll write notes. Good luck.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
That's actually really good, by the way, that this happened because we already have 2 things to learn, and you get a new match now. So this is good for you.
So I think the plan to go mid is fine if we're not leashing. And to be aggro early.
Okay, sure. That's valid.
I think the Jinx just autoing, like, using her mana in the backline just makes it very hard.
It does. It does. I think you're focusing too much on the first wave to make that happen. That's what I noticed. So when you're getting a fast crash, it means you want to crash 2 waves before the third wave like crashes into your second wave.
But the fast crash wouldn't I have put the prio in the first wave?
You would have to double relic the second wave, and then after the enemy pushes the first wave hard, then they're in a vulnerable position that you can potentially punish because you're both still level 1. Now they have the creep advantage, so it becomes more difficult to long trade under like 3 minions, potentially 4 minions. So you'd play like closer to your tower and like maybe Ashe auto volley and like you engage at the second wave. But the main focus, if you go to the first wave, just you can watch the whole thing while you're in queue. So right here, so Ashe is just doing her thing. Okay, as soon as this happens, and Nautilus has like a potential engage, but the minions, okay, go back. Okay, see now, okay, see what I mean by you're too focused on the first wave. You're trying to get that first wave dead before the second one comes in. To like,
so we can still crash it on level 2.
Yeah, because if you have 2 relics on the second wave and you pop them instantly on the 2 melee minions, there's no way that an Ashe versus Jinx doesn't get prio. So go back to the first wave where you're trying to auto minions too much, just before you get hooked. So when you still have 2 minions up. Yeah, right here. So here you can concede now. Now you can back. You back off. So now the enemy has 3 minions versus your whole wave, and you're on your side of the map. So number 1, volley can cheese gank bot side. Okay, that's first option the enemy should be worried about because they don't have vision. Number 2 is you have more options. You can decide to like play it slow and like let your wave gather up and crash the third wave now, or you posture forward if you think your 2v2 is stronger. You posture forward and you don't even let them catch the first like 2 melee minions of XP and gold. You could just like start trading with them outside of the wave. Because if you're the one getting hooked and Ash is free hitting with her kit, she's gonna do more damage than Jinx at this time. Okay. So don't focus too much on first wave when it comes to crashing early. Look at your options. So second wave double relic is like a foolproof way, and because you have like AD agency plus. You still with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really tilted.
That's okay. Let's open the replay. There's 3 points you want to go over. Go to the mid gank. First play. Just before that, yeah. So implementing these things really early on is really good. I'm proud of you for that. It was a very successful gank up until you flash followed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how to avoid that is like, sure, your decision making was bad there, but over here already, you don't need to queue.
Walk and try to burn the flash.
You just walk. Anivia is the lowest armor, lowest movement speed champ in the game, lowest HP. Like level 1 Anivia doesn't do anything. She just has range advantage over Kayle. Like that's what gives her the prio. It's just auto attacking Kayle being annoying. But when she's overextended that much, which was the same thing with the Vel'Koz Silas, where the Vel'Koz would be overextended for you to roam level 2. Like that's why I told you to make that play earlier, and then they FF'd. But and you also didn't have prio. And this one you did, and all by yourself you decided to go there level 2. So really good recognition of like an open play. But then the flash briefed it. And here the hook, same thing. Because if you press pause or go back before the hook, press pause. Okay. The current wave state, it's impossible for you and Jinx to miss a single minion of XP and gold. If you stand the tower, correct? Nothing. Maybe one melee minion. Okay? Because they're pushing. They're going to crash that wave. No matter what, it's crashing. Okay? It's a huge wave. It's like 1.5 plus cannon. So your jungler is bot side. If your jungler isn't bot side, then you may try to like chunk it a bit and then still leave, because you don't want to die and lose the wave if your jungle's not there. But if your jungle's there and he's well aware of like this monster wave crashing down, and the Xin Zhao is like also there trying to make sure.
We saw them not.
Yeah. So if you know, you assume that your jungler knows. If you know you need help, you can ping him. Like there is enough proximity for the jungler to help you catch that wave. Okay, you being overextended makes him more nervous, and then if you die, then his whole being bot side is useless. So you turned like a net positive play mid, which was overextended, because now you don't have flash to go back mid and punish him. He doesn't have flash now, and at the same time you die bot. So we turned like a 1-0 in terms of like a net gain to a 0-3 because he got 3 kills bot side and you missed the wave. Okay, and that was all because we didn't recognize that the wave was automatically going to crash, and our position didn't need to be aggressive, didn't need to be in any risk at all. Okay, you can just stand at tower and miss nothing. And it's sure, you may think it's like a psychological thing to stand in front of, like, just, be there in front of your opponents, but I think just being under tower is way more tilting than them having someone to attack. Because if they have no one to attack, they're gonna crash the wave. They're gonna focus more on just crashing the wave, because they're like, oh, these guys are lamos, they're like just camping tower, we can't even hit them. So just gonna hit tower, probably get a free reset, but hey, you got mid flash and you got the whole wave, and Xin Zhao came bot for nothing. So you're the hard winner of that sequence. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, when you miss an ability, so let's assume the flash dodge of your hook was like you missing. You don't want to overcommit after that. Same thing in team fights. Yeah. So like if a Malphite ults in and he misses, or he gets like only one target, your whole team engages, they lose because no one CC'd. Okay. 325. Oh, that's what we just talked about. Sorry. Go to 930. 930. Yeah. Okay, right. Yeah, just before. Yeah, that's it. Just play it. So you're passing top, which is correct. It's 2v1 for Camille. We don't know where Zin is, or maybe we do know that he's topside. Volibear resetting here for whatever reason is illegal. You should have pinged them help top, and you guys actually just win the game off that. Because if Volibear is there to punish a potential Zinja or to make a 3v2 play happen, we have Camille R. We can force anything.
Mm-hmm.
But he resets for what? See, he reset and he's running straight back top. Even before this happened, I already wrote down my point. It makes no sense that the jungler who just finished his camp is resetting for like a null magic or like a ruby or finishing boots or whatever, when the immediate answer needs to be like, Camille's catching wave against like potentially 3 people. My support's going their top. They can't fight 2v2 or 2v3. So I need to go there. You have to ping. You have to engage with them through pings. Or else just assume that it's a chessboard, they're all your pawns, and you want to move them towards like your objective. So if you're moving top for a purpose, which is either to like punish a potential Zeri Lulu auto attacking tower, then you need to move your Volibear pawn to like help you achieve that. Okay, just be more proactive with pings, but all your movement around the map is already getting like 10 times better. So now we just need to work on like decision making. Why are we flashing? Why are we overcommitting? Queuing over flashing. Because when you hold your hook, you're more threatening than just like throwing it out. Same thing in laning, especially against enchanters, which are obviously pretty popular these days. Like if you don't have hook and you're walking up to an enchanter, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just gonna trade, and like you're just useless if you don't have your hook. Okay. Any questions? You can always. It wasn't. The game was over at this point at 9 minutes. That was my last point on the game. But it was looking really good.
Would have won if we just scaled somehow for Camille. For not Camille, what's her face mid lane? Gale. But there's no way that's gonna happen when someone's just AFK farming.
I mean, if you just go on like hypotheticals and like say you kill Anivia, you get to bot even sooner because you don't flash over commit, you don't die in the 0-3 engagement bot side, then the game is it looks really good, of course, but it didn't happen that way, and you learn a lot from it, so that's good. You lost some LP, but you gained I think you gained more in terms of knowledge than you lost in LP, so that's fine. And you got 2 games worth because the first one was a remake. Yeah. All right. My Discord is always open. Listen, if you have questions, a screenshot of like a draft that you think you can dodge or whatever, just ask me. I'm always open.
I think this game should have been dodged. Top laner was a Yumi 1 trick.
Oh, I didn't have that info, but it's okay. It's good. It's good though. It's good learning.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
It was nice to see you again, Haru, and congrats on the
I'll probably do another
giveaway win.
Week.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Good luck. See you.